and click on Today's TV Offer to see all the ways you can get this teaching. The fifth audio teaching in today's series is titled, How Can I Know? It's available for a gift of any amount when you write or call. We encourage everyone to give, but if you're simply unable to afford it, Andrew and his partners will provide this fifth CD free of charge. We'd like to remind you that we're offering Andrew's latest book titled Financial Stewardship for a gift of any amount. Contact us today to get your copy. A Spanish version is also available. You can use your credit card to order resources through our website. While there, you can discover more product details and download free additional resources. Or you can order through our helpline Monday through Friday from 4:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Our helpline number is 719-635-1111. If the lines are busy, remember you can order ministry materials 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at awmi.net. To write us, use the address on your screen. We appreciate your generosity and hope to hear from you today. We'd like to point out Andrew's upcoming speaking schedule. Mark your calendars to come meet Andrew at one of these events and let the Word of God transform your life. He'll be in the New England area for a Gospel Truth Seminar July 26th through the 28th. In Chicago, Illinois for a Gospel Truth Seminar August 16th through the 18th. And in Chicago at New Life Covenant Church Sunday, August 19th. He'll also be in Charlotte, North Carolina for the Freedom Christian Center camp meeting September 9th through the 14th. In Johnson City, Tennessee, September 15th and 16th. And in Colorado Springs, Colorado for the annual Andrew Womack Ministers Conference October 1st through the 5th. For more details on Andrew's next meeting in your area, call our helpline or visit our website at awmi.net.
Hi, I'm Joe Gray with the GoJo hands-free, the only device on Earth that's truly hands-free. These things are not hands-free. You stick them in your ears, gross, but you still have to hold your phone. And these are not legal for hands-free driving. The GoJo goes on in 1 second. Hello, 1 Mississippi. Hey, Mom, I can't talk right now. And it works with all phones. Flip phones, cordless phones, even landlines. And pop it off. Any phone, big or small, even the most radical moves won't knock it off. The GoJo goes on with one hand, so you can keep your eyes on the road. I love it.
It's true hands-free.
Call now and I'll send you 2 GoJos for just $10. And I'll throw in my Super Grip mat absolutely free. It grips and holds your phone, music player, or anything else you can think of. Call now and I'll double the entire offer. Just pay processing and handling. That's 4 GoJos and 2 Super Grip mats for just $10.
To order for $10 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-504-3082 or order online at gojohandsfree.com.
It's the news when you want it. Fox 26 First News at 10.
Together, Fox 26 and you. You're watching KMVU DT Fox 26 Medford, serving Grants Pass on K44JB-D, Wairika on K41JB, Klamath Falls on K44DZ, and Brookings on K31GP.
It looks like the House of Representatives today will vote to overturn the president's health care law. I'm Doug Luzader in Washington. We'll have some of the political implications just ahead.
And locally, today is the day where we could see temperatures over 100 degrees. This is a first live look outside overlooking the Rouge Valley. Cameron's in. He'll have your full forecast in just a bit. Good morning. Welcome to the area's only source for local news right now. 7 o'clock on this Wednesday. I'm Austin Reed.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Courtney Olish. Before we get a check on all of your top stories, we want to check in with meteorologist Cameron Loughlin for a look at your Wednesday forecast. Good morning, Cam.
Good morning, guys. We start off with clear skies relatively clear. Still a little bit of murkiness out there, but it is blue outside. It is going to be another very warm day. No surprises in the forecast. We do have fog hugging the coastline this morning. Maybe not quite as strong as it has been, but there are some problematic visibilities out there right now. 63 in Medford, 52 in Klamath Falls. We're already in the 60s. Today could be the warmest day of the year. We did hit 99 last weekend, and I've got 100 for our temperature. So stick around and find out more details about your 7-day forecast coming up later in the broadcast.
Now to our big story at 7, a very big vote in Congress today to overturn President Obama's health care plan.
Yeah, Fox News correspondent Doug Luzader following this situation closely as always. He's in Washington on this Wednesday. Good morning.
Republicans in the House are probably just hours away from making this happen, even if Democrats say it's an exercise in futility.
There may be nothing really new happening under this dome today, but on the House floor, Republicans will do what they have done many times before, knock down the president's health care plan, and not surprisingly, Democrats don't like it.
We're not trying to make law here, we're making political points.
Just making points because even after the House votes to kill Obamacare, the effort will surely stop with Democrats who control the Senate. And if somehow it made it to the White House, the president would simply veto it. But Republicans are trying to make a statement, they say.
If the facts that we now know today about this law were available when this law was being debated, there's no way this would have become law.
And to drive that home, a House panel yesterday asked a group of medical professionals about a claim the president made back in 2009.
If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor, period.
Well, that's obviously completely false.
In Kansas, you will not be able to keep your more affordable plan under the ACA.
But even after today's vote, the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, will still be standing.
Now, one thing this does do for Republicans, it gets some moderate Democrats on the record either supporting or opposing the health care law just ahead of the November elections. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
All right, Doug, thank you. Of course, Fox 26 will continue to follow this story all day as it develops. Dan Joseph on the news at 10. We'll have an update for you later tonight. Meanwhile, the president is scheduled to attend an organ fundraiser later this month. This story new from Fox, OrganLive.com reporting overnight. The president will be in Portland July 24th for a fundraiser at the Portland Art Museum. Ticket prices range from $500 to $5,000. This is the president's first fundraising trip to Oregon of this campaign season.
And turning to fire season 2012 now, as of 6 a.m. this morning, new fire restrictions are in place for Central Oregon. Officials say as the temperature goes up, more restrictions are put in place. The new restrictions are in effect for 12 different counties, including Lake, Deschutes, and Harney County. And a few of the new restrictions in place include the following. Open fires are prohibited, including campfires, unless they are in some designated areas like campgrounds. And chainsaw use is now prohibited between 1 and 8 p.m. And also a van and a semi-truck crashed near Prineville in eastern Oregon this morning. Has one fireman fighting for his life and sending several other firefighters to the local hospital. Investigators believe the driver of the van fell asleep at the wheel and then swerved into the oncoming lane. The crash sent one firefighter to a Bend hospital in critical condition. Now, the other 9 were treated and later released at area hospitals. The driver of the van was cited for failure to stay in a lane. The driver of the truck and his passengers were not injured. We have been told that some of the injured were on their way to battle a large regional wildfire currently burning. The investigation into all of this will continue later today.
Well, back here in Southern Oregon, many firefighters are getting ready to battle blazes and blazing hot weather expected for today. This is a live picture outside from our King Mountain sky view. It's right over Josephine County. and it overlooks the entire valley. You can even see Mount Shasta a short distance away. You can't see it in this shot, but on other angles when we move it around you can. And look at how hazy the skies are right now, just early in the morning. Now with the first official 100-degree day in Medford expected this summer today, officials are urging everybody to take caution. Drink lots of water. Don't leave your pets or kids in the car. Check on your elderly as well. Our meteorologist Cameron will be back in just a few with another update on today's 100-degree day. This morning, it appears that the heat wave has claimed a life. A Grants Pass man is feared dead after drowning in the Rouge River when he jumped in to cool off. The family who witnessed it all thinks he may have been swept away by an undercurrent. New on Fox, Fox 26 reporter Travis Cook spoke with one family member. He files this report this morning.
3 days before his 21st birthday, Sean Kroger took the day off from the Tap Rock restaurant where he had worked. Family and friends got together at Griffin Park to get out of the heat and cool off in the water. Around 5:45 p.m., the fun turned into panic when the young man tried to swim across the river and went under.
Let's hope that he's close by.
Heather Lynch is the man's cousin. She's also a former emergency medical technician. She didn't see it all unfold, but she knows how dangerous the road can be.
I have lived in this county almost all my life, and this river, as beautiful as it is not safe. He's out here somewhere.
Rip currents can be hazardous. While the fast-moving water goes one direction on top, it can be going a completely different direction underwater. Today, the section known as Panther Chutes on the Rouge River was full of rescue divers scanning the water for any sign of the young man. This is the third reported drowning on the Rouge River so far this year, totaling 5 in the past 2 years. Travis Cook, Fox 26 News.
Hey, Travis, thank you very much. The man leaves behind his young daughter and mother who will need some help during this grieving process. Family members as well as Tap Rock employees, they do plan to set up a way for people to help, so stay in contact with them this morning.
And in your crime news this morning, a Roseburg man is back in jail after police say he attacked several people, including an officer. KAPP reporting overnight that Jose Ramon Garcia allegedly walked into the Roseburg Emergency Center intoxicated just before 6 p.m. on Monday. Police say Garcia asked hospital staff for cocaine and then punched a woman in the face. Security held the man down until police arrived, and then Garcia allegedly bit an officer. This morning, he's lodged in the Douglas County Jail without bail.
New this morning at 7:08, as of today, Oregon homeowners are entitled to more options when it comes to their mortgages. OregonLive.com reporting this overnight. Homeowners who fall behind on their mortgage payments now have the right to meet with their loan servicer as well as a mediator. The new program allows Oregonians to explore other options to foreclosure. The program was approved by the legislature in March.
Fresh on Fox, a couple of tourists from Canada have a crazy story to tell after their hot air balloon makes a crash landing in Scottsdale, Arizona on Monday. The tourists from Canada say the hot air balloon was supposed to land in nearby Chandler that afternoon, but strong winds forced an early descent. The balloon smashed into a field, dragging a huge line into the dirt. As you can see, it's all caught on camera. The crash actually looks a lot worse than it was. Luckily, all 4 passengers on board that balloon were not injured. And this morning, it's rumored that Medford's own Kyle Singler will officially join the NBA today with the Detroit Pistons. This week, Southern Oregon is getting their first look at Singler as he plays in the Orlando Summer League. And of course, it's a story we'll continue to follow for you here. And we've been following Singler's NBA deal. Coming up in just a bit, our Kyle Averman will let us know what the blogs are saying and what everyone is talking about this morning.
7:10, time to do local traffic. We'll go outside, live pictures from our Skyview network. We're going to start this morning, live view, Skyview atop the Manor. Kind of see I-5 in the distance there. Northbound, southbound traffic, just fine. No accidents to report. Just looked at tripcheck.com. No big delays to tell you about happening right now on the local streets as well in Medford. I think we have downtown Grants Pass. Yeah, live picture from our Daily Courier webcam. A little bit sunnier out there. The sky's not as hazy over Josephine County as they are are in Jackson right now. No accidents in downtown Grants Pass and no other big delays to tell you about. So we have your travel alerts now later today.
We do. We have one on the east side as well as one in Medford. If you're in Klamath Falls, South 3rd Street near Main will be closed due to some work going on there, as well as Medford, Garfield Street near Kings Highway. That will be closed as well today.
7-Eleven Pump Patrol, that comes back in our next half hour, but the Fox 26 Morning News for now, we're just getting started.
And of course, coming up, we are getting a first-hand look at this season's So You Think You Can Dance contest. We'll hear from some of the strategies on how to win the competition. It's all coming up in our next half hour.
But first, a man comes up with a unique way to propose to his girlfriend. Shepard Smith will tell you just how the man says she flew into his life. Details coming up.
And Cameron will check back in. Have a first look at that 7-day forecast. Here, before we leave you to break, a quick look at your Foxcast. 99 today in Medford. It's going to be a warm one. Stay with us.
Hi folks, John Skinner here, Skinner AutoPlex. When you buy a car from me, I will guarantee the engine for life, and that's a long time. With 0 down the working man's plan, a lifetime engine warranty, I gotta ask you, why would you buy anywhere else? Come to Skinner AutoPlex. Thanks, folks.
So, Jack, why'd you want to have me in your commercial?
You kidding, Brad? You're an all-American country music superstar, and this is my all-American Jack combo. A no-nonsense burger with 200% beef patties, melting cheese, lettuce, and tomato, plus it comes with fries and a drink for just $4.99. What's more all-American than you?
Oh, I don't know. Bald eagles? Baseball? Monster trucks? Toddler pageants? Spray tans?
Really?
Dog sweaters?
It caused a stir at the 1939 Berlin Motor Show and began rolling off the assembly line 6 years later. After a decade, 1 million had been produced, and following over 78,000 upgrades over the years, with production topping 21 million. It was all new at the dawn of the millennium. Now, 74 years later, the all-new 2012 Beetle is still the people's car. The most recognizable vehicle in the world just got better. The 2012 Volkswagen Beetle. Get yours now, only $199 per month at Lithia Volkswagen of Medford.
If it's made in the USA, it is on sale now at Gates Home Furnishings. Every piece of American-made furniture in our huge inventory is on sale now like this. American-made Stanton sofas, list for $750, now just $399. Southern Motion full layout recliner, list $700, now only $499. Plus, take an extra discount for cash or up to 4 years interest-free financing at the Made in the USA Furniture Sale. Gates Home Furnishings in Grants Pass.
0 down the working man's plan allows you to buy a great car, and you don't need any cash to do it. Here's an example, a 2010 Dodge Caliber or 2011 Mazda 2, 0 down and only $199 a month. Come to Skinner AutoPlex. Thanks, folks.
You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too. You fire a musket, but I'll run you through. So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand, there's no turning back.
Welcome back on this Wednesday, the 11th of July. A live picture from our Crater Lake webcam, a Southern Oregon gem. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is the area's only source for local news right now. Cameron expecting a possible 100-degree mark in Medford today. We'll get to him in just a bit, but first, here's what's making news across America on this Wednesday.
Washington. The boy called for help on a cell phone after his dad had a massive seizure.
911, what is your emergency? My dad's sick. Your dad's sick?
The boy didn't know his full address, so the dispatcher used GPS coordinates to get emergency workers to the location.
Daddy, it's okay. I called the doctor.
Folks at the 911 Communication Center gave the boy a certificate of appreciation. California. Workers yesterday found a bag full of live grenades and other explosives under a bridge north of Anaheim. The Orange County Bomb Squad rushed to the scene. Officials shut down nearby roads as they safely set off the explosives in a special containment vessel. Indiana, more than 50 police officers biking across the state in the 10th annual Cops Cycling for Survivors event. The 13-day, 1,000-mile journey benefits family members and co-workers of officers killed in the line of duty. To date, the organization has raised nearly $300,000. Utah. A guy proposed to his girlfriend at a zipline resort in Provo. He shot across the canyon first, then quickly changed into a tux and set up a sign and flowers on the platform. After his girlfriend came flying down, he popped the question. She said yes, and that's a Fox Watch. Across America.
Now that is a proposal.
Yeah. I'm glad she didn't lose her grip there.
I know, very scary, right? Wow. All right, 7:16. This is a live picture on this Wednesday, the 11th of July. Obviously, all week we've been talking about hot weather, fires, and look at the sky right now. Very, very hazy.
Very hazy outside. In fact, we have been seeing some of the air from Colusa County, and that's in Sacramento to the north. And that air has been transporting up here. But it is actually sunny out. It might be kind of a murky day. We've seen that the past couple of days despite the warmth. 58 in Klamath Falls right now, 59 degrees in Mount Shasta. So that starts off your Wednesday, at least with 50s and 60s. Could be a lot worse than that. It was a little bit warm for good sleeping last night, but if you have an AC or a fan, that always helps. A ridge builds in offshore today, and that results in the warmest temperatures perhaps we've seen all year. We're going to see exactly where we get. I've got a 100 forecasted. I think 90s will be very easy, upper 90s possible. Offshore, some clouds here, it appears, near the coast, and those will continue to kind of stay at bay later on today. I expect some of them to burn off. Inland, likely going to be mostly clear, but again, that murky sky. Offshore, you can see more cloud cover sitting to the north and west, but that's not going to impact us until about Friday. A close low drops down, finally bringing a slight break from those very hot temperatures, but it's still going to be very warm. So while we may not see 100s this weekend, it'll be in the 90s still. 50s for lows by the coast, highs 100 in Medford. And today, I really think it could be anywhere from about 98 to 100. So at the very top end would be 100 if it gets there. 63 for the low in Medford, east of the Cascades today, into the 90s. So check out these lows tonight. For the east side, when you stop seeing the 40s everywhere, you know it's going to be warm because east side temperatures do tend to drop off a lot at night compared with other places. Now, we do have plenty of 90s left even after today, so don't expect much of a break. The long-range forecast does point towards a cool down finally at some point early next week, but it's a while away. And for now, we do have a slight change impacting us perhaps by Friday as this close low finally drops down, and even the first disturbance tonight may bring about a slight change tomorrow, but I wouldn't expect much. Right now, you're just trying to hang in there, find some shade, and stay cool and hydrated. That does it for your weather.
Cameron, thank you. Turning to your neighborhood news this morning, as communities across the U.S. continue to see record-breaking temperatures, things are heating up in our area. With temperatures about to hit triple digits, I found out a few ways of how to keep yourself cool.
100 degrees means it's summer. It means it's good.
It's a triple-digit temperature that most parts of southern Oregon have yet to see.
100 is uncomfortable. That's hot. That means we're going to be swimming in the afternoon.
We're out here to jog and just get fit and really early so it doesn't get hot.
Forecasters predict the Rouge Valley could reach 100 as early as Wednesday. And the warm weather is not just a theme locally, but also nationally. In fact, scorching temperatures in June helped the U.S. break its all-time record for the hottest first 6 months ever recorded in a calendar year. And even if it doesn't reach 100 here in the Rouge Valley, it's still going to be very warm with temperatures in the mid to upper 90s for the rest of the work week. So here are some great tips on how you can stay cool. Remember that water is your best friend. Drink lots of it. Also, stay in a cool location. The kids might get bored at home, so try the library, the mall, or even go to the movies. And remember, if you have to be outdoors, make sure you wear sunscreen and stay in the shade as often as possible. For Fox 26.
Pools sound nice this time of year.
Absolutely, yes. Stay in the water, drink the water. Water's your best friend.
Water, water, water. All right, 7:20 still ahead. Much more of your top stories.
And later, Kyle Singler is expected to officially sign with the NBA today. Our Kyle Averman is monitoring the blogs and seeing what people have to say about it. He'll have all of that in a live report. It's coming up next.
So I see Toby's been scratching his ears and licking his paws a lot.
And shaking his head, too.
Well, the answer may be as simple as a diet change. Many brands contain cheap fillers which can lead to these allergy symptoms.
How do I find pet foods that don't have fillers?
That's easy. Just visit Rouge Valley Pet. All the brands they carry are wheat, corn, and soy-free. Plus, the food is 100% guaranteed.
Okay, Toby, let's go to Rouge Valley Pet.
Try all-natural Canaday for wholesome goodness. Available at Rouge Valley Pet in Medford.
Hello, my name is Bob Crow, and I recently moved here from Texas to purchase Mercedes-Benz of Medford and to make Southern Oregon my home. I would like for you to consider a proposition. If you drive a Mercedes-Benz, bring it in and allow me and my team the opportunity to perform a complimentary Mobile One oil change, a complimentary 40-point inspection, and a complimentary hand car wash. And all I ask is the opportunity to shake your hand and to get to know you. Because I'm only going to do this for the month of July, please book your appointment as soon as possible. Take advantage of this before time runs out. My belief is that once we get to know each other and you experience the level of service provided by our team, you will never want to go anywhere else. We want to welcome you to the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Medford. Experience the difference.
This segment is brought to you by Black, Chapman, Weber, and Stevens.
Catch the Fox 26 comedy lineup Monday through Friday, beginning at 5 p.m. with Friends. Then 2.5 Men at 5:30. The Simpsons at 6 p.m. The Big Bang Theory at 6:30. Another 2.5 Men at 7 p.m. And another Big Bang Theory at 7:30. It all begins with Friends at 5 p.m. 5 nights a week on Fox 26.
Dance heats up as the top 20 battle for your vote.
The train just pulled up in the Sizzle station!
So you think you can dance? All new tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
It's 7:23, midweek already. If you're just waking up, good morning. Here's a quick look at your top local stories.
The House of Representatives is holding its vote today to repeal President Obama's health care law. CNN reporting that today's vote will be the House's 31st attempt to undermine the Affordable Care Act. Analysts say a repeal will most likely not make it through the Senate, but even if it does, President Obama has said he would vote to repeal it.
And as of today, Oregon homeowners are entitled to more options when it comes to their mortgages. Homeowners falling behind on their mortgage payments starting today will now have the right to meet with their loan servicer as well as a mediator. The new program allows Oregonians to explore other options to foreclosure. All right, another big story, possibly making it to 100 today, first time this year.
Yep, in the Medford area. Yeah. So it could happen. Cam, you're saying maybe at least upper 90s.
You guys summed it up perfectly right there. I think upper 90s, definitely. 100, that's probably the top end, but it catches your attention when you see it. Tonight, we'll see a disturbance move through. Nothing really to worry about other than some more cloud cover, maybe coming through to the coast, and the better chance for buildups in the afternoon on the east side. But this is really kind of what happens, the vintage weather right now that we see in July and August usually. So while it is above average temperature-wise, this is nothing unusual. Temperatures are down along the I-5 corridor, and they're warmer than average east of the Cascades. We are going to take a quick break, but I'll have more updates for you coming up.
Are you wondering whether bankruptcy is right for you? Call Shlesinger and Villeneuve first. We will protect your assets. Your initial consultation with a lawyer is free.
Shlesinger and Villeneuve. Call now and let us fight for you.
The coffee pot song, the welcome mat sound.
You'll get a warm welcome when you come to George M Sutton RV. Two names Oregon campers love, Denali and Comfort. These are RVs built in Clackamas. Both are designed for the Pacific Northwest, and we've got them, and you'll love them, especially at our sale prices. We look forward to seeing you.
Come on by and visit. You're gonna like it here. At George M Sutton, you're gonna like
Immerse yourself in all of the great performances of Medford and the Rouge Valley. At the center of it all is Rouge Regency Inn and Suites. Wine country, date night getaways, golf heaven, epic hikes, concerts, floats and vistas, Tony Award-winning plays. Whatever brings you to Medford and the Rouge Valley, Rouge Regency Inn and Suites has a travel package just for you. Visit us at rogueregency.com.
You've dreamt about it. You've talked about it. You've come so close to saying yes to that new Subaru. Well, your time has come. While they last, Cascade Subaru is selling down their entire remaining inventory of 2012 all-wheel drive Subarus. Hurry in to take advantage of amazing savings on all remaining Subarus at some of the lowest prices of the year. First come, first serve. 2013s are on their way. We need the room. You get the savings. It's a win-win. Cascade Subaru, proud to be your only hometown dealer.
If you're applying for Social Security, having the right attorney can make the difference between getting your benefits or being denied. Shlesinger and Villeneuve will guide you through these difficult times. And if we don't win, you don't pay our fees.
7:26, Wednesday already, midweek, the 11th of July, 2012. Love this shot. It's from our Crater Lake webcam on the beautiful east side of Oregon. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Courtney Olish.
And this morning, we're buzzing about Medford's very own Kyle Singler. It is rumored that he will officially join back with the NBA today, playing for the Detroit Pistons.
And this week, Southern Oregon got a chance to see him in action as he played in the Orlando Summer League. And for more, we're going to turn to Fox 26's Kyle Averman, who's live in our newsroom monitoring the blogs and telling us what everyone's saying. Good morning, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, a lot of people are talking on the blogs of what is happening with Kyle Singler. And before we get to that, I want to take a look at some of the highlights from yesterday's game in Orlando. Yesterday, Singler and the Pistons taking on the Orlando Magic, and Singler rebounds the ball to Drummond, who shoots it for a slam. Then in the fourth quarter, Singler gets the ball and shoots it in. The Pistons and Singler win the game 79-74. Now, of course, Singler is very excited about joining the NBA. Here's what he told us when he first learned the NBA was actually interested in him.
It really is a dream come true. I've put in a lot of work to kind of get where I am, and it's really satisfying. It makes me really happy that all my hard work's paid off, but I still have a lot of things that I want to accomplish.
Well, his hard work is definitely paying off. This morning, we are monitoring the blogs, and some are calling Singler the biggest wow moment of the Summer League. And I was actually just reading a blog post of someone who says nobody has been more impressive through the 6 Orlando practices than Singler. We're going to continue to monitor the blogs and the web for that, and he is expected, rumored again, to be signing with the Pistons later on today. Live in the newsroom, Kyle Lieberman, Fox 26 News.
We love Kyle Singler here in Oregon. How cool, right?
It's awesome. Something we'll definitely continue to monitor.
Yeah, good luck to you, Kyle. All right, 7:28, the second half of the Fox 26 Morning News coming up.
And lawmakers say Oregon State Capitol is not so stable to handle an earthquake. That's all coming up. We'll tell you how they plan on fixing it.
First, a live picture outside. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday morning. This is the Fox 26 Morning News live. Our 7:30 half hour coming up in 2 minutes.
Zero down the working man's plan is an easy, no-hassle way to buy a used car here at Skinner AutoPlex. I am the only dealer in the Valley to offer the lifetime engine warranty. Come to Skinner AutoPlex. Thanks, folks.
National Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the beautiful Rouge Valley for over 30 years. We take great pride in our quality service and professional installation from commercial, new construction, and residential.
This last winter we had a problem with our heating system, so we gave National Heating and Cooling a call. If you like fast, clean, courteous service, we were very happy with them and would highly recommend them, and we'll hope you give them a call too.
Call National Heating and Air Conditioning today, 541-535-4687.
Only a Honda is a Honda. Lease a new 2012 Civic LX 4-door automatic for $0 down and just $222 per month. Now at Cascade Honda in Klamath Falls.
Just put your gold in this bag and send it in, and you'll get a check in a little while. Do you really believe that? Now what are they offering? Pizza, watermelons, food, disco balls, snake oil even. At Father and Son, we give you cash for your gold, silver, and diamond. Family jewelry store since 1958. At Father and Son Jewelry, we give you cash for your gold and silver and gems.
All I know is these commercials are getting goofier all the time.
It's weather when you want it. Fox 26, first news in 10.
Zero down the working man's plan allows you to buy a great car, and you don't need any cash to do it. For example, 2010 Kia Optima or 2008 Dodge Grand Caravan, zero down, only $199 a month. Come to Skinner AutoPlex. Thanks, folks.
Right now on the Fox 26 Morning News live at 7:30.
In the House's hands, Republicans are set to vote on the president's Affordable Health Care Act today. What analysts are predicting, we'll tell you.
Lauren.
Hey, I'm Lauren Simonetti in New York. I'll tell you why investors are so nervous in business coming up.
And the Rouge Valley may see a 100-degree temperature today. Which city, though? We'll tell you coming up in just a bit. Good morning, everybody. This is the second half of the Fox 26 Morning News. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Courtney Olish. It is a Wednesday, July 11th. I believe.
Yep.
It's 7-11.
7-11.
But before we get to all of your top stories and stories that are making headlines, we do want to get a check on weather. And for that, we turn to meteorologist Cameron Loughlin.
Hey, Cam, what's up?
A lot going on today, guys. We got the warm temperatures. You're going to want to try to stay cool like it is right now, but it's not going to stay at this temperature for very long as we continue to warm up. Excuse me. Fog, but I got to send it back to you.
That happens to me probably once a week.
Well, this is what happened. Cameron was talking about fog, and he had a frog in his throat.
There you go. Literally. Go get some water, Cam. We'll see you in just a bit. All right, 7:33. Let's get to the big story. The House of Representatives, they are holding its vote today to repeal President Obama's health care law. CNN reporting today's House vote will be the House's 31st in efforts to undermine the Affordable Care Act. Analysts say a repeal will most likely not make it through the Senate, and President Obama has said he would veto a repeal. More on this story tonight at 10. Meanwhile, the president knew this morning he's scheduled to attend an Oregon fundraiser later this month. OregonLive.com reporting overnight the president will be in Portland on July 24th, later this month, for a fundraiser at the Portland Art Museum. Ticket prices range from $500 to $5,000. This is the president's first fundraising trip to Oregon of this campaign season.
And new this morning on Fox, as of today, Oregon homeowners are entitled to more options when it comes to their mortgages. Oregon Live reporting overnight that homeowners who fall behind on their mortgage payments now have the right to meet with a loan servicer as well as a mediator. The new program allows Oregonians to explore other options to foreclosure. The program was first approved back in March by the legislature. And turning to fire season 2012, as of 6 a.m. this morning, new fire restrictions are in place in Central Oregon. Officials say as the temperature goes up, more restrictions are put in place. The new restrictions are in effect for 12 different counties, including Lake, Deschutes, and Harney County.
$7:34 new in our 7:30 half hour. Get this, a van and a semi-truck crashing near Prineville in eastern Oregon this morning has one fireman fighting for his life and sending several other firefighters to the hospital. That's what the crash did. Investigators believe the driver of this van fell asleep at the wheel, then swerved into the oncoming lane. The crash sent one firefighter to a Bend hospital in critical condition. The other 9 were treated and later released at local hospitals. The driver of the van was cited for failure to stay in a lane. The driver of the truck and his passenger not injured. We are told, though, some of those injured firefighters were actually on their way to battle a large regional wildfire burning right now. The investigation into this crash, a serious one, it will start up again later today.
And it's a story you have to see to believe. A Washington woman has escaped without injury this morning after 27-foot long poles crashed through her windshield. KAPP reporting overnight this morning that 27-year-old woman, she collided with the back of a trailer on Tuesday after the driver slowed down for a car ahead of him. Well, as you can see, the impact pushed the poles straight through her vehicle. She was taken to an area hospital with injuries, but they were not considered life-threatening, unbelievably. Officials do say the woman is very lucky this morning.
Lucky is right. To crime news, a Roseburg man back in jail this morning after police say he attacked several people, including an officer. KAPP reporting overnight, Jose Ramon Garcia allegedly walked into the Roseburg Mercy emergency room drunk just before 6 p.m. Monday. Police say Garcia asked hospital staff for cocaine and then punched a woman in the face. Security held the man down until police could finally get there. Garcia then allegedly bit an officer. Wow, this guy was out of control. This morning, he is lodged in the Douglas County Jail without bail.
And fresh on Fox and new at 7:30, frightening moments on the streets outside of Portland after a man carrying a rifle begins pointing his weapon at people and children. And the terrifying ordeal is all caught on camera. You can see in the video Jeffrey Anderson walking up and down the street in Aloha. Concerned residents alert police. Now, when deputies end up arriving, Anderson puts down his weapon, but then he picks up the rifle again and tries firing at officers. You see him right now. That's when the deputies did open fire. They ended up shooting the man twice. The 56-year-old did later die of his injuries. The incident is still under investigation this morning. And of course, once we learn more about this, we'll bring you more details once it becomes available.
That's insane video. I mean, just imagine being a neighbor capturing that right by your house. Oh my gosh, wow, okay. 7:37, happening right now, Oregon lawmakers, they're worrying about losing the capital, our capital here in Oregon, to an earthquake. The Associated Press reporting overnight that an architect recently advised the Oregon State Capitol building could come down in an earthquake even smaller than an 8.0 magnitude in size quake. The state legislature has set up a new committee now to reinforce the building for an estimated $300 million. And new this morning, fresh at 7:30, a mixed bag when it comes to your gas prices. After prices nationwide declined the past 2.5 months, the national average for unleaded gas has increased. However, some good news to report this morning. Prices along the entire West Coast continuing to fall. The national average for unleaded, $3.38, while Oregon's current average is $3.55. We're a bit higher. California's almost closer to the $4 mark. The lowest average prices has been since mid-February. Pump Patrol coming up in just a bit to help you find the least expensive gas prices in our neck of the woods. Hey, it is rumored Medford's own Kyle Singler will officially join the NBA today with the Detroit Pistons.
This week, Southern Oregon is getting their first look at Singler as he played in the Orlando Summer League. We'll continue to monitor the very latest on Singler's NBA deal.
All right, 7:40, almost 2. We're buzzing this morning. Are you thirsty?
Well, first, let's talk about the date. It's 7-Eleven. So what does that mean? Well, all 7-Eleven convenience stores are giving away a free... The store will give away free 7.11-ounce Slurpees between the hours of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. tonight, and it's going to be a hot one. So if you want to get out there and enjoy it, do it.
And don't think of 7-Eleven when you think of this story. Think 11-7.
11-7.
Just today. 7:40, let's do some traffic. We'll go outside. Live pictures from our Skyview network. Here is I-5 South Medford. You can kind of see the interstate in the background there. Hey, just new into our newsroom, we have a flight delay out of the Medford airport to get to. If you're trying to get to Houston's International Airport this morning, expect a 2-hour and 30-minute delay. Downtown Grants Pass we go. Live picture Daily Courier webcam. Quiet on the roadways there. Sunny this morning. Skies not as hazy as parts of Jackson and other counties across southern Oregon, upper northern California. No accidents in downtown Grants Pass, so here are your travel alerts. Couple to talk about.
We do. We have one on the east side. South 3rd Street near Main will be closed, and also in Medford, Garfield Street near Kings Highway will be closed as well. And with that, it's time to do Pump Patrol. Every day we track the least expensive gas prices for you from Southern Oregon all the way to Northern California. Austin is live with the numbers.
Hey, Courtney, you know, earlier we said the national average in Oregon this morning, $3.55, but all these prices below that. And that's thanks to one of our producers, Natalie, with Fox 26. $3.39 Safeway in Medford, $3.45 Ashland, same price Central Point. Even lower out in Grants Pass this morning, the Fred Meyer. 4 more locations, as always, below $3.20 this morning, a little further north from Medford, but in Douglas County, the Arco Roseburg, $3.59 Brookings, right at $3.80, and below that mark, really, the USA Gas in Weed. Another Pump Patrol tomorrow, only from Fox 26 at 7:30. Courtney, back to you for now.
All right, Austin, thank you so much. Your time is 7:41. The second half of the Fox 26 Morning News is just getting started. Coming up, we'll have some business news for you. But first, the top 20 are gearing up for tonight's So You Think You Can Dance showdown. We'll hear from some of the contestants coming up next. And Cameron will check back in, have a first look at that 7-day weather forecast before we leave you to break. It's going to be a warm one, 99 degrees here in Medford. Stay with us.
It's Funbelievable! Check out Amazing Fun free with your Jackson County Fair admission. See the incredible can-struction sculpture made entirely out of canned food that will help feed the hungry in our region. It's the fair at the Expo. It's Funbelievable!
Hello, my name is Bob Crow, and I recently moved here from Texas to purchase Mercedes-Benz of Medford and to make Southern Oregon my home. I would like for you to consider a proposition. If you drive a Mercedes-Benz, bring it in and allow me and my team the opportunity to perform a complimentary Mobile One oil change, a complimentary 40-point inspection, and a complimentary hand car wash. And all I ask is the opportunity to shake your hand and to get to know you. Because I'm only going to do this for the month of July, please book your appointment as soon as possible. Take advantage of this before time runs out. My belief is that once we get to know each other and you experience the level of service provided by our team, you will never want to go anywhere else. We want to welcome you to the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Medford. Experience the difference.
The Jackson County Fair is exploding with great entertainment. Wednesday, Poison frontman Brett Michaels will rock your love. It's Brett Michaels. It's the fair at the Expo. Visit attheexpo.com.
The next Anderson may save your relationship. Find out what happens when couples let our cameras into their lives.
You stupid?
Do you want to be together? How to turn arguments from destructive to productive. What's the #1 thing that couples fight about? Plus, Nicholas Sparks explains how he keeps the peace at home.
Today at 4 p.m. on Fox 26.
The Mets take on the Braves. Fox Saturday Baseball. This week, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
$7:44 new this morning. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Fox 26 Morning News. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Courtney Olish. It's time for some entertainment news now. So You Think You Can Dance hitting up the dance stage for its 9th season.
9 years later, this year's contestants dishing on their ingredients and obstacles to be the lord or lady of the dance floor.
And for more, we turn to Fox's Adam Housley for more details.
So You Think You Can Dance Season 9!
Season 9's final 20 are ready to take the stage, hoping their unique talent can woo the crowd, the voting audience, and the judges on So You Think You Can Dance.
If we just show America who we are, like authentically, exactly, who we are, and show how much we want it and how hard we're willing to work for it. And I think that we're both pretty well-rounded, so I think that definitely helps us out.
I think I have the ingredients of a winner. I'm extremely determined, hardworking.
The contestants will now be pushed to perform dance styles they're less comfortable with, making some nervous.
My weakest style is definitely hip-hop. Coming from a ballet foundation, it's just going to be hard for me to, loosen up and, bring that swag.
Either ballroom or hip-hop. It's a toss-up.
It's just because I haven't had that much experience with ballroom, and hip-hop is, you know, gotta get funky with hip-hop, you know.
My weakest is anything choreography.
My worst is hip-hop.
My hardest style would definitely be ballroom. I can pick up the steps, but the technique for it is not here, not in my body.
6, 7, 8. And what better way to learn than from the best, with a personal lesson from a fellow contestant.
And you're gonna like cucaracha that, and your hips are moving.
In Hollywood, Adam Housley, Fox News.
And I just confirmed from Fox, the show's been on since 2005, so you were right. You were kind of telling me 9 seasons, but they do like 1 or 2 each year.
Yeah, sometimes if it's 9 seasons, it doesn't mean it's actually been 9 years, because there's multiple seasons in a year.
Still, show that's still going.
Speaking of seasons, summer.
It's
officially
summer.
here.
By the way, I survived, in case you're wondering.
I know. Did you get some water?
I almost passed away during the first segment of the show from coughing, if you're around.
It happens.
I did. I got some water. I'm much better now, guys.
Good.
The
And
weirdest thing.
water is something you should drink a lot of today.
Exactly. I like that, Courtney. Lots of water today. Try to stay cool. Try to get some shade. That goes for the rest of the week. Today happens to be the hottest day, I think, for the rest of the week. We'll see just how hot we get. 63 for Medford right now, 58 degrees in Klamath Falls under clear skies, 59 for Mount Shasta, moving into the 60s fairly soon. And the rest of our temperatures sit in the 50s and 60s. So it's pretty consistent everywhere you go. The cool spot would be the coast, where we've seen cloud cover and limited visibilities in some areas. But offshore, a ridge is in place, and it's becoming stronger today, as we'll see probably the warmest day all week before this ridge just breaks down a tiny bit. And more than anything, a weak disturbance. We call it a short wave in meteorology passing through, and that will bring some clouds to the coast, possibly some cumulus development in the afternoon. East of the Cascades to the north, a closed low will drop down on us by Friday, Saturday. That may bring about some slightly cooler temperatures, but not much. So we're not in for much of a change at all. 60s and 70s expected for the coastal temperatures, 50s for tonight's lows, 100 even expected for Medford today. I do think that is on the optimistic side, meaning not optimistic for the low, but that's possibly the hottest temperature. I think more 98, 99s, possibly a 100. 60s for the lows tonight in the Rouge Valley, east of the Cascades. 90s expected for our highs, 95 in Alturas, and the low tonight drops down to the 40s and 50s. So more 90s in store for the next few days, and we'll eventually, in the long term, it appears, see a drop as a trough will begin to try to push through early part of next week, but it's all high pressure for now, and it is strong. 90s for the highs expected in the basin. A slight chance for thunderstorms Friday and Saturday, and eventually we'll see somewhat of a cool down. We'll back off those numbers a bit and make them more comfortable in the 80s by the end of the weekend. Mount Shasta will be real warm with lots of sunshine, working into the forecast with 50s for lows. By the early part of next week, we'll keep an eye on instability, but right now it's all a projection, as it does appear that cloud cover will be there by the coast, and that will help out those temperatures and make things feel more comfortable. That does it for your forecast. Let's take a quick break.
Don't get knocked out by the bank. Go to Valley Boys, where everyone is approved. All you need is any source of income and a little time in the area, and you are approved. Valley Boys doesn't care about your past, just about getting you into a good, clean car, truck, or SUV today. Stop by the lot at the corner of 4th and Central, or apply online right now at valleyboysautosales.com.
Valley Boys will help you out. Bad credit, you'll drive no doubt. Valley Boys gonna help you out. No credit, you'll drive no doubt.
Come up and experience Southern Oregon's premier spring-fed mountain lake, Lake of the Woods Mountain Lodge and Resort. Centrally located, Lake of the Woods is just over a 40-minute drive from Medford or Klamath Falls. Whether it's for a day, a weekend, or a week, Lake of the Woods has something for everybody. Call 866-201-4194 for reservations. New lower day use fees at the resort and recreation area, just $5. Take a break at the lake and see what's new at Lake of the Woods.
Hi, Larry from Oilstop with another guest comment card. Here's one from Conrad in Central Point.
I used to shop car maintenance services by price and not quality or value. After a lot of expensive repairs, I learned my lesson big time. Oilstop will get all my cars.
Thanks for your feedback, Conrad. I'm Larry Dahl, president of Oilstop Drive-Thru Oil Change. Send me your comments. I'd love to hear from you. Oilstop, how may we serve you?
Log on to Facebook, look for KMVU DT and like our page.
It's finally here. The sale people in Northern California and the Rouge Valley wait all year long for. It's Lithia and Nissan's model year-end clearance event. Whether you're looking for that brand new 2013 Altima or you're looking for that very hard-to-find 5-speed 4-door Versa sedan, we've got it.
Right now, you can lease a well-equipped all-wheel drive 2012 Nissan Rogue for just $249 per month with over 20 in stock.
Whether you visit us at the store or you visit us online at lithianissan.com, we're going to make sure you drive home in the Nissan of your dreams.
All right, 7:51 in Southern Oregon. Many firefighters, they are getting ready to battle blazes and blazing hot weather expected for today. It's a big story. We're monitoring the conditions live outside.
This is a live picture from our King Mountain camera located in Josephine County. It looks over the entire valley. A very beautiful camera out there this morning with the first official 100-degree day here in Medford. Right around the corner, officials are urging everyone, just take caution, drink lots of water today, don't leave your pets outside, or, you know, we always like to take them in the car, maybe leave them at home today inside, and just check on your elderly neighbors and just stay cool.
Yeah, Cameron, he'll be back in just a few to update the forecast. And quickly, too, regarding your pets, maybe walk them at different hours.
Yeah.
Their paws, right?
Yeah, that's something you don't think about. They can't say, hey, it's hot.
It's hot.
So
right.
maybe try and take them out earlier in the day or get them little booties.
Yeah, or there you go. Little booties. All right, hey, real quick, flight delay out of Medford this morning, a connecting flight if you're trying to get to Houston. Expect a 2-hour and 30-minute delay out of Medford this morning when you're connecting to Houston. So Texas flyers, be aware. All right, 7:52, and we are talking business news now.
Yep, and for that we turn to Fox's Lauren Simonetti. Good morning, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Good morning. San Bernardino is the third California city in less than 2 weeks to declare bankruptcy. It faces a $45 million budget shortfall and the prospect of not being able to pay its workers. Stockton and Mammoth Lakes have also declared themselves bankrupt. If you don't like your car, return it. If you buy a Chevy from the 2012 or 2013 model years and you've driven less than 4,000 miles, General Motors is letting you take it back to the dealership. The program is called Chevrolet Confidence. Did you know that some rental car companies will rent you a car even if it's been recalled for safety issues? Now, a new bill introduced in the House is trying to change that. It's called the Rachel and Jacqueline Hawk Safe Rental Car Act, named after 2 girls who died in a recalled car rented to them by Enterprise in 2004. Some say a bill is necessary because 3 of the nation's 4 major rental companies have declined to sign a pledge promising not to rent cars that are under safety recalls. On Wall Street, greed is good, at least according to a survey of 500 Wall Street executives that finds a quarter say engaging in unethical, even illegal behavior is necessary to be successful. Stocks fell for a 4th session on Tuesday, weighed down by more worries about European debt and nervousness at the start of the U.S. earnings season.